entrepreneurs are the only ones who work 80 hours to avoid working 40.
Here, here.
Have you guys heard that saying before? Do you live that? I became a workaholic the moment I left my career as an applied plant scientist for the government to go out on my own. My passion for building my own business, it finally had full reign. And for the next couple of years, I worked 7 days a week. I never shut it off. I was driven by ever-moving goals. First, to get 50 blog posts up so Google could find me. Then to create and sell my first cookbook. Then to get my first 1,000 email subscribers, and then to work with my first coaching clients. I didn't have time for real lunches, and when I stopped to think about it, I hadn't been to the gym in months. I barely spent time with my husband. I rarely unplugged. I was hustling. But without feeding that hustle. And one day, I woke up, and I didn't feel like going to work. That creative spark that had driven me to leave my career and do this, it was gone. And there was no joy left in what I was doing. Burnout. Think back to the last week that you were under a deadline. Got it? I'm sure you can think of one.
Yes.
Your meals came out of a greasy takeout box you spent every day hunched over your desk for 12 hours of barely moving. And when you woke up in the morning, you grabbed the laptop as soon as you rolled out of bed and started working. We've all been there.
Yes.
Now think about how you felt the week after. Did you crash? Did you need a vacation? Maybe you even got sick. I know that's happened to me after a big event. The hustle, that burnout, a lot of us are living in it perpetually. What good do wicked marketing skills, team of talented contractors, and a library full of business advice do if you're not clear-headed enough to steer the helm of your own business? Your business doesn't run without you. It needs your brain on all thrusters and your 100% energy and creativity. Now, contrast that to, ever noticed how you can work longer hours when you get a full night's sleep? Or how you feel recharged after a 20-minute walk break? Or how the afternoon slump just doesn't hit after you eat a particularly healthy lunch? What if you could bring that energy and that clarity into your work every day? What more could you accomplish? And more importantly, how much energy would you have left over for the other things that matter? To make a lasting impact without burning out first, you must feed your hustle. But so many of us as female entrepreneurs are burning out before achieving the fullest expression of our missions. And this is because we are still in this model of a traditional masculine hustle, powering through, push, 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 without managing our energy. Traditional hustling is focused on taking action, and it deprioritizes recharging, right? 72% of small business owners admit to making significant personal sacrifices for their business. In Bank of America's Small Business Owners Report, it found that women, especially, will deprioritize and sacrifice time for themselves and their social lives. Consequently, we are overwhelmed all the time. We lose connection with our loved ones. We eat takeout that drains us because we think it's easiest. And we just never end up recharging our own batteries. So why do we keep following this masculine model of hustle? Let me ask you this question. What keeps you from taking care of yourself? Just think about it for a moment, and if anyone's brave enough, they can say aloud what keeps them. But what keeps you from taking care of yourself? Oh, obligations to your family and your husband.
We always take care of other people, not ourselves.
Always other people and not ourselves.
Feeling like I have to do it all.
Feeling like you have to do it all. Yeah. Oh man. For a lot of my clients, time feels like the limiting factor. They feel like they have so many balls juggling in the air. They have that real overwhelm feeling that if they add an extra ball, everything is going to topple right down. But in reality, feeding your hustle means that the time you spend on your business is more productive. So in reality, you can't afford to not take care of yourself if you want to be more productive. Arianna Huffington said it best. Creating a culture of burnout is opposite to creating a culture of sustainable creativity. This mentality needs to be introduced as a leadership and performance enhancing tool. So, I think it's time for us to redefine hustle for female entrepreneurs. To start thinking of hustle as feeding your hustle is what generates the energy that you need to do the things that you want to do in the world. So anchor your hustle back to your drive to make an impact. Connect it back to your mission. Studies find that female entrepreneurs are more motivated by the greater good. If you give a female entrepreneur a microloan, more of that money will go back to the community than if it's a male recipient. So why do you hustle? Now, I'm gonna ask a couple of questions of all of you over the rest of this presentation. And I'm not asking you guys to do backflips. I'm not asking you guys to do anything too scary or crazy, but I do want you to share your answers. Because I know that we have a lot of hustle in this room. And I want you guys to be engaged with this, and rather than just sitting there and watching me do this, this is for you. So my first question here, why do you hustle? What is your mission? And I want to hear from some people in here. Oh, go ahead.
I hustle to fund my bucket list.
Ooh, to fund your bucket list. Ooh, like it. Okay, who else?
I hustle for freedom.
You hustle for freedom, so you can control your own schedule. Okay.
Financial independence and ability to provide for my family and things that I need and want in life.
Financial independence and to provide for your family. I love it. Lisa?
To leave a legacy.
To leave a legacy. Ooh. Who else?
To show my kids what it looks like to follow a dream.
To show your kids what it looks like to follow a dream. There.
As I say, to accomplish my dreams.
To accomplish your dreams. I love it. I like it because your hustle is tied to very core values. It's not just, it's not just what your business mission would be, is what I'm hearing everyone say. It seems much deeper. I like it. So we've redefined hustle in a feminine way. Now the next step is to change the way you hustle. To start managing your entrepreneurial energy. I do this with my clients through small shifts in their business and their lifestyle, but today I want to get you guys started with shifting into more feminine hustle through feeding your hustle. And so I created a Feed Your Hustle compass for you. So the Feed Your Hustle compass has 4 cardinal points. Don't worry if you can't see my pretty diagram, because I'm going to read them all to you anyway. So the 4 cardinal points are nourish, move, recharge, and play. We're going to go through those. Nourish. Nourish is centered around food. But it's not just about what calories you put in. It's not just about nutrition guidelines, which, vegetables are important. They do make you feel good. I agree. But it's beyond that, and it's greater than that. It's noticing in your body how the food makes you feel and how it makes your brain operate too. It's that whole, do you get foggy a couple hours after the meal? Do you feel like crawling to the couch? Or after you eat a specific meal, do you feel like you have the energy to power through the afternoon? That's what I mean by nourish, because feeding your hustle is not so much about rules. It's about tuning in and tapping into your own body. And us, as businesswomen, we can understand that we don't always follow the rules. We like to make our own.
Yes, we do. Yes.
So all of these, starting to think about how you're taking care of yourself to take care of your business, is always going to be coming back to your body, coming back to you being present, coming back to you noticing how certain things affect your energy level, affect your creativity, your productivity, affect your joy in life, because that affects what your work is also. So nourish. Nourish your body through food that makes you feel good, makes you feel energized, makes you feel happy. Share time. What nourishes you? I don't really care what kind of thing you say as an answer to this question. Preferably food-oriented, because we're going to go into more stuff later, but what nourishes you? Does anyone?
One thing I've noticed recently this is very specific, but it's cauliflower, roasted cauliflower. Every time I have served roasted cauliflower, it makes me feel very good.
Roasted cauliflower. So how does it make you feel good? What do you notice?
It's I roast it in the oven with coconut oil and spices, and it's filling, but it doesn't make me feel full. It doesn't make me feel bogged down. It makes me feel almost treated the way that I make it. It's still I'm excited to eat it, but I'm not then kind of paying a price later. So
yeah, so it's exciting to eat. You make it in a way that feels like you're nourishing yourself, like you're excited about it, but it makes you not feel weighed down.
yes.
Who else? I know you guys have things that nourish you. Jackie?
My favorite thing to eat are all of the fruits, and it just dawned on me, part of the reason, first of all, I just like it. Most of the time I'm eating at home, and to me, it's already prepared. Mother Nature gave it to me, I just have to peel it or cut it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have to saute it or cook it or whatever. Fruits are my number one.
Fruits, so easy. And I saw some other hands. Go ahead.
Just breakfast in general.
Yeah.
Just having breakfast before I start my day. That's nourishing for me.
Breakfast before you start your day. And so what do you notice when you have breakfast versus when you don't have breakfast?
Well, I don't not have breakfast.
Okay, you have to have it.
I have not had breakfast recently with school and stuff. I could, hectic running out the door. And it's not a good feeling, just no energy.
Yeah, the energy. So it starts your day, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I want to share something very important. When I was going through chemotherapy and radiation, I really went heavy on asparagus, which is, a natural detox, and carrot juice. And I think that really has helped me a lot. So I wanted to share that.
Yes, beautiful. So juices. Very good. Go ahead.
This has nothing to do with food, but what nourishes me is having a warm, spirited, engaging conversation with other people. That nourishes me. I don't care if I didn't eat all day.
Yeah. I like it.
Love that.
So that might come up when we go into maybe
okay.
recharge later, but
That's what nourishes me.
We're thinking ahead.
Thinking of spirit here. so.
yes, truly, because you're right.
Yeah.
Nourishment can
Yeah.
be so many
That's
levels.
what came to me right off.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to share?
I notice a difference if I have, say, eggs and juice in the morning to having like a green drink.
Mm-hmm.
Green drink definitely, I feel better.
Green drink, you feel better, but how do you feel better?
I have more energy, I feel more clear.
More energy, more clear-headedness? Okay. Anyone else? You guys are so good. Okay. Next is move. And I put the picture of the happy lady running with her umbrella because in Feed Your Hustle land, movement is not about calorie burning or exercise, unless that is something that makes you super happy and excited. That's fine. But it's more about, we're talking about managing your energy, managing that entrepreneurial energy. So movement is the way that you unblock the energy flow in your body. So I don't know if a lot of you tend to sit at a desk all day or in front of your laptop, but I know I do. And movement is a way to keep that stagnant energy that starts to get like stifled halfway through the day, to start moving it through your body. Because if you get that stagnant energy, your brain starts to get foggy, start to shut down a little bit. So movement's a way to bring back your creativity. So movement might be, let's think, okay. Movement can be depending on what you need at that moment. So maybe you've been sitting all day and you're very peaceful, you're very calm, but you need to get up and stretch. You do a couple yoga poses, and then the energy starts flowing again, you feel a little better, you can sit back down again. But it might also be that you're really frustrated, you've been working on a problem, and someone else is in your way, and you just can't get past this, and then maybe your movement needs to be explosive. Maybe you need to do some jumping jacks, or you need to do punching the air, pretending it's someone's face, I don't care. And then your movement is that. Maybe it's mid-afternoon, and you're kind of hitting a little bit of a lull, and you need to get the passion back for what you're doing, so then your movement is putting on your favorite song, and then dancing, whatever comes out of your body, feminine expression. Dancing. So movement is just whatever you feel like you need to do at that moment to get the energy flowing back through your body. And of course, if you know that you feel better when you get to the gym a few days a week, or when you go running or whatever, then that's part of that movement too. That's really important for me. I know that it gets endorphins flowing, it gets serotonin building, so I know it's very important for me and my business to do. But it's all coming back to your body and noticing how things make you feel. So share time. What's your favorite way to move your body?
Dancing.
Dancing? What kind of dancing?
Ballroom.
Whoa!
4 nights a week.
Oh, 4 nights a week. You are social.
Yes, I'm very social. Yeah, I love people.
Hiking. Where do you like to hike?
Anywhere that's not in a city, like out in the wilderness of
Yeah.
any kind, I like, that's part of my recharge as well, is to get away from everybody else's hustle and just kind of focus on me and my very, very tiny circle. My children and my husband can be there, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Steph?
Trail running.
Trail running.
Ooh. Piggyback on the hiking thing, I love that too.
You're like, let's take it a step further. Who else has movement?
Zumba.
Zumba.
Dancing.
Fun.
And walking 10 minutes a day. Like
Yeah.
I just get up and walk 10 minutes a day.
When do you walk your 10 minutes a day?
During the middle of the day, during
Yeah.
my break at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel after you walk your 10
I feel
minutes?
better when I walk.
Yeah.
I've only recently started doing it, so I've noticed I have a lot more energy in the afternoon when I just take I step away from my desk and just kind of walk around, the local area there.
Yeah. More energy in the afternoon. I like it.
Same dancing, but I do just like close your eyes, interpretive.
Yeah.
Weird.
By yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or well,
Or with,
just
you have a group
the
that.
grocery store.
So just getting into your body and intuitively whatever you feel at that moment.
Yeah.
I like that. I like doing that too.
Yeah.
I'm saying I like that a lot. I like you guys.
I think it's interesting to watch kids because that's how kids dance.
Uh-huh.
My son is 2, and when he dances, it is so amazing to watch. He'll be doing something and he'll jump to something else and he'll throw himself on the floor and spin around, and I'm like, I would never think to do that because I'm too in my head, but he really is just feeling. It's really cool. It's a good lesson.
Getting out of your head. Okay, I think that's a big thing with movement too. I think we can all probably agree that we are in our head a lot. Yeah? Movement is a way to get back in your body. It's a way to tune in rather than spiraling up into this crazy energy that we can get into when we're so hustling, we're thinking about what's the next thing, what's on my to-do list. Movement is a way to ground back in. Recharge. So I know a lot of us think about nourishment and food. A lot of us think about movement, exercise. But one of the things that kind of gets cut off the list for us as business owners tends to be the recharging component. And what I mean by recharge is, now this is that thing where whatever recharges you is what recharge can be. So for some people, I know at the Sweet Success event, someone talked about petting their cat being recharging. But going out in sunlight is recharging. Hiking is recharging. It's very individual to you, whereas movement and nourishment, I mean, those are kind of specific, but recharging is whatever recharges you. Creative expression falls under this. So if you're a writer and you like to write just for the fun of it, or if you're an artist and you like to paint, so that's recharging. So what recharges you?
Meditation.
Meditation? And that, I guess that was probably the most obvious one that I left off of that description. If you have a formal meditation practice, then definitely that's recharging.
Yeah.
Coloring is sort of become my
Coloring.
meditation. I don't
Like adult coloring books?
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
I just got one too.
I love it.
Bird watching. Ooh, that's cool. Anyone else?
Singing.
Singing.
Woo, yes.
Oh.
Like, that's what I found in my car. I'm just like, yeah, because I can go all over the place and it's just like, crank it up and just
Yes.
sing in your car while you're driving to your meeting.
I'm all about creative expression, so hula hooping
Hula hooping.
and crafting. So I love to make headdresses and things like that.
That sounds like almost like our next one, which is play. So if recharging is something we leave off, play is something we just forget altogether.
Yes.
We forget to play.
Yes.
And right, when I talk to women, they're like, what is play? Play is what I do with my kids. I don't know. So play is really, it can be an activity, and a lot of things we talked about really are play activities, but it can also be the way you do the things you do in your everyday life. It could be, recharging might be, if you have a meditation practice, it might be more up here in your head space, more spiritual, but play is in your body. Play is grounded in all of your senses. So when you eat a meal, maybe your sense of play is truly enjoying every bite of that meal. When you move your body, I mean, do it in a playful way where you're happy and you're smiling. When you do anything, doing it with a sense of play. Incredible for managing your entrepreneurial energy. That's one thing I want you guys to take away from you today. So how do you play?
I swing and jump on the trampoline with kids.
Ooh, swing and jump on the trampoline with kids.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else plays?
Swimming.
Swimming. And also, how are you going to start playing now that we talked about play? Now you realize, oh yeah, play. Anyone going to start playing?
Fire trampoline.
Fire trampoline? Okay.
What popped into my head is I want to work with clay. I want to make something.
Okay, making
I haven't done that.
with clay.
This is like elementary school, but
Wonderful. Play.
Kathleen has a neat thing going on where women meet together outside, no business, but you start fun. I think that's play.
Yes, women meeting together for fun. Oh, so play. Because I think when we get together, we're so much better at playing. So, I don't know why I'm going to put this down. So we've talked about redefining hustle. We've talked about the steps you can take to start feeding hustle so that you start hustling in a more feminine way that takes into account your actual life. What does feminine hustle really look like in your work week? So close your eyes and visualize with me. It's Tuesday morning. Tomorrow morning, you wake up. You don't go straight to work. You take maybe half an hour and you do what feels good to you. You have a cup of coffee, maybe you read a book. Maybe you color in your adult coloring book. Then you get to work. You feel really ready to go. You work until noon. You stop, you head to the kitchen for something to eat. It's very easy to find it because you have everything ready to go and organized. You eat out on the patio. You enjoy your meal and you're not interrupted. And you go back to work in the afternoon. Mid-afternoon, you take a break You're feeling like you need a little bit of recharging, your energy's starting to dip. So you crank on the music and you dance to your favorite song. You go back to work, you're so excited. You power through the rest of the day. And then you shut down, you unplug at the end of your workday, and go be with your family for the evening, uninterrupted. A couple of times during the week, you go to a Zumba class that you really love with